Okay, so step 2, which is a good transition here, which is publishing. And we've already talked about this. I started asking, and you started saying, well, we did publish or we didn't. But I'm going to say that our strategy right now is you can take your interview questions and create. You don't have to create a full-on book, because even Oren Klaff was saying, it took me a year to write this book. It cost me $125,000 out of pocket because I hired a great writing coach, a great editor, and a writing partner because I wasn't good enough to write the book, right? Mm-hmm. And if I had to do it all over again, I don't think I could write this book as good as this one is again.
Right.
So what I'm telling people is, look, again, get back into the prototyping mindset, which is you can take your 10-10-4, there's a structure, a 5-step structure to turn that knowledge into a book that can be 20 to, let's say, 50 pages, that can be sold on Amazon KDP. It's free, okay? You can get 70% of the money from Amazon, and Amazon will give you, for positioning, your own author page, which you can put some of the videos you recorded and your bio and your Twitter feed and links to your blog. It's like great search engine positioning, great positioning, good content. Oh, by the way, you can put event links on there now for any kind of events that you have, speaking events. And the bottom line is you can see if people start buying your book and entering into a conversation, also start building a list. Mm-hmm. So, but for you...
Yeah, I mean, I would say that that's a really great strategy for somebody, no name, coming from nowhere, just trying to establish some credibility. So even their friends, family, circle of people at the office or people at the country club, they're going, oh, this person's on Amazon. So I think it's valuable.
To legitimize it, right.
I would have taken Oren and said, he picked the right path. Like, the world doesn't need any more crappy books. The world needs a few really great books, so go great. And I mean, again, I'm curating here, right? So my perspective is going to be totally different than if I'm trying to empower a brand new person that's coming into this business from the outside, is trying to establish some foothold of any sort. Love your strategy, like it. I would also say that if you do have the kind of resume that I talked about, go write a great book and hire the best experts. My opinion on that changes when it comes to publishing it and distributing it. So we self-authored it. It virally took off greater than we expected. A New York publisher came to us and said, we want to publish the hardback version of this. And we thought, we've at that point exhausted our pipe. It's going, and so why not? And so they did, and we did a whole new relaunch, and it's been fine. They're now going to...
You reached what on New York Times?
Number 1, yeah, and all of them, Wall Street, and all that. So that was all fine.
After you exhausted your existing pipe, right, which is
hardcore,
awesome.
Yeah, hardcore,
and a lot of work. I mean, you busted your butt to make that happen. It wasn't like
yes. So I wouldn't do a publisher again. Like this next book, I don't see really any advantage.
Right, because you've got a platform, you've got a list, you've got success, and you know where that'll get you. So here's one quick question.
And you can get distribution without having to go through a major publisher.
You upload to Amazon KDP, and then you go to Create Space, and they'll get you in the bookstores, right? It's that easy. So,
but you do have to have a platform.
Yes, you do. Now, one thing that I would ask you on the other note is, would you ever consider creating some good, smaller, skinnier books, maybe topical, or for, you've got certain audiences that hire you, for example, as a speaker. Would you consider doing, and I'm not saying do it with this, but you could do the compound effect for, pick a niche.
Personally, I've picked a lane. That's a brand lane, and that is that I want either whatever I do to be free and abundant. It's like we talked about the Insider's resource pool that I've got. I just give away great stuff. Just give it away. I'd rather give it away than charge you a little bit for it, because a little bit just seems tacky. So I want to give away a lot, or it's going to cost a lot. So if you're going to get my great stuff, or
you're going to get this or that,
you're going to get me personally, it's going to cost a lot. Otherwise, you can access a lot of other great material, either really inexpensively, or I'm going to give it to you for free. Because that's just my relationship cultivation, my community, my tribe development. But so that's just me. That's just me. I think if you just have a smattering of all sorts of just kind of cheap stuff, that's one model. That's the Walmart model. I'm a little bit more of the
Yeah, you're a Sachs.
Sachs?
Sachs.
Sachs, yeah, Sachs or a Neiman's or
Totally,
right,
yeah.
right. So you might buy fewer things, but the fewer things you get are going to be awesome,
Right.
and the rest of the stuff I'm going to continue to
you are
give
not
to
you are
for
not
free.
going to attract a refunder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get someone who's committed and dedicated.